In the fast-paced rhythm of our daily routines, where one day often blurs into the next, it's the small, seemingly insignificant habits that hold the power to transform our lives. Stoic philosophy, with its deep focus on self-mastery and resilience, teaches that greatness isn't born from monumental acts, but from the quiet consistency of small actions. Today, we'll uncover 5 such habits that, while small, are mighty in their ability to reshape your life, from the moment you wake up to the last thought before sleep. These practices can turn the mundane into the extraordinary, guiding you toward a more fulfilled and tranquil existence. Let's explore these transformative habits and see how, by embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, we can cultivate a life of purpose and peace. If you appreciate the insights we're sharing, a simple yet impactful favor you could do for us is to hit the subscribe button. Don't skip any part of the video so you can fully benefit from every valuable lesson we'll discuss. Let's dive in. In the calm pursuit of a Stoic life, morning meditation emerges not just as a practice, but as a foundational ritual, one deeply rooted in the philosophy's call for clarity, mindfulness, and self-control. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that advocates for self-control and fortitude to overcome destructive emotions, promotes living a life of virtue aligned with reason. Thus, morning meditation isn't just a peaceful start to the day, but a profound alignment of the mind with Stoic values like wisdom and equanimity. Imagine beginning each day not with anxiety or a scramble to meet demands, but with a moment of serene reflection. Here, your mind is prepared to face the day's challenges calmly. This practice is anchored in the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and reactions. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, emphasized the importance of preparing the mind each morning to face the world with courage and tranquility. His personal writings, collected in Meditations, reflect a form of reflective journaling where he reinforced his Stoic beliefs. During your morning meditation, you are encouraged to sit quietly, perhaps at dawn, when the world is still and your mind remains uncluttered by the day's noise. Focus on your breathing, observe your thoughts without judgment, and guide your mind toward what is within your control, your actions and your reactions. This is not about escaping the world, but preparing to engage with it more fully. You might reflect on a Stoic virtue, like temperance or justice, and consider how you could embody these ideals throughout your day. Additionally, this practice often involves setting intentions that align with Stoic teachings. You may contemplate the view from the above technique, often used by Marcus Aurelius, where you envision your life from a distance, seeing yourself in relation to the greater world. This visualization provides a sense of perspective, reducing the weight of self-centered concerns. Morning meditation also acts as a buffer against impulsive reactions to daily stresses. By starting the day with this centering ritual, you train yourself to respond with reason rather than emotion. Seneca, another renowned Stoic philosopher, taught that by anticipating and rehearsing our responses to hardships, we strengthen our minds. Meditation serves as this rehearsal, a moment to face the day's potential challenges with a calm, prepared mind. To deepen the practice, you might incorporate readings from Stoic texts or reflect on quotes from Stoic philosophers, using their wisdom as a mental framework for the day ahead. Morning meditation is not just a start to the day. It's a daily enactment of Stoic principles that sets the tone for mindful presence and intentional living. By cultivating this habit, you embody the Stoic ideal of a life not swayed by the tides of fortune, but guided by reason and virtue. For the Stoics, journaling was far more than a method of self-expression. It was a profound exercise in wisdom. As a daily ritual, it helped them examine their thoughts, align their actions with their values, and commit to living virtuously. In the context of Stoicism, journaling transcends the simple act of recording events. It becomes a meditative practice where you reflect on the day's actions, ponder philosophical questions, and scrutinize your own virtues and vices. This reflective process is anchored in the Stoic principle of self-awareness and the continuous pursuit of self-improvement. By writing down their thoughts, Stoics engaged in a dialogue with themselves, critically examining their own character and behaviors, like holding a mirror to one's soul, revealing both flaws and strengths. Consider the impact of journaling on Marcus Aurelius, whose private writings, meditations, offer invaluable insights into the practical application of Stoic principles. His journaling reveals a man deeply committed to understanding his own nature and living according to reason and virtue. Similarly, Seneca's philosophical letters, filled with moral guidance, highlight the use of writing as a tool for personal growth and instruction. When you incorporate journaling into your routine, think of it as creating a personal philosophical guide that helps navigate life's complexities. Start by setting aside a few minutes daily to write. There's no right or wrong way to journal. Reflect on the events of the day, the decisions you made, and whether they aligned with Stoic virtues. Could you have handled them better? This practice builds mindfulness and resilience by encouraging you to engage with your thoughts constructively. Moreover, journaling also serves as a tool for practicing the Stoic dichotomy of control. By reflecting on your daily experiences, you learn to discern between what is within your control and what is not. This realization leads to greater contentment as you focus on actions you can influence and let go of stress over things you can't. To deepen this journaling practice, consider focusing on specific Stoic exercises. Start with a quote from Epictetus or a passage from Aurelius as a thematic guide for your reflection. Over time, these entries will weave a personal philosophy, serving as a practical guide to living stoically. Journaling becomes daily mental training, offering an opportunity to step back, examine life, and prepare for tomorrow with greater wisdom and serenity. Gratitude as a habit aligns perfectly with Stoicism's core teachings of appreciating what we have and remaining resilient when faced with what we don't. For the Stoics, gratitude wasn't just a feeling, but a daily practice, a conscious decision to acknowledge the value in everything around us. Epictetus encouraged his followers to cherish what they have, reminding them that everything is borrowed from fortune and can be taken away. Practicing gratitude also prepares us for the inevitable losses in life, which the Stoics taught should be faced without bitterness or despair. This Stoic approach to gratitude emphasizes its role in developing contentment and tranquility. It teaches us to find joy in the simple, ordinary moments and to understand that true happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on our internal responses. The practice of gratitude can be as simple as reflecting on 3 things you are thankful for each day. These can be small, everyday blessings, like a warm breeze, a meaningful conversation, or simply the gift of having lived another day. This reflection shifts focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, creating a positive mindset that endures throughout the day. Gratitude also strengthens relationships by fostering appreciation for others' contributions to our happiness, aligning with Stoicism's emphasis on community and social bonds. Another way to practice gratitude in a Stoic way is to meditate on impermanence, the fleeting nature of life and its gifts. This practice helps us deepen our appreciation and reduces the distress of loss. It's about accepting life's transience and finding value in each experience, no matter how brief. Practicing gratitude, from a Stoic perspective, is about adjusting our focus on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and appreciating both. This habit not only enhances our own well-being, but also makes us a source of strength and positivity for others. Through gratitude, we embody the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously, with appreciation for the past, presence in the moment, and openness toward the future. At first glance, this next habit may seem counterintuitive. It involves contemplating the loss of things we value to appreciate them more deeply while we still have them. This technique helps foster emotional resilience by preparing for future adversities, thus reducing their emotional impact if they were to occur. The Stoics, masters of preparing for life's ups and downs, champion this practice not as pessimism, but as a strategy for emotional strength. By occasionally envisioning the loss of something or someone dear, we not only appreciate these things more, but also build our capacity to face eventual losses. Seneca, one of the most notable Stoic philosophers, often advised reminding oneself that nothing we have is truly ours to keep. This realization can profoundly change how we emotionally respond to loss or deprivation. Practicing negative visualization helps us shift our focus from taking daily comforts for granted to valuing them for their temporary nature. This reflection isn't about dwelling on the negative, but about embracing life's impermanence as motivation. It's deeply connected to the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control, focusing on strengthening internal responses rather than external events. Moreover, negative visualization enhances gratitude. By contemplating the loss of things we cherish, we become more present and appreciative, recognizing the fleeting beauty in everyday life. To integrate this into your routine, spend a few minutes reflecting on how life might be without certain comforts or relationships. Consider how you'd adapt, cope, and move forward. The aim is not to create fear, but to prepare with strength and grace. This practice isn't about doom and gloom, but is a powerful Stoic tool for building resilience, gratitude, and emotional balance. It teaches us that by contemplating the temporary nature of everything we hold dear, we can live more fully and embrace life as it is. Lastly, let's talk about conscious consumption, a habit closely aligned with Stoic principles of living intentionally and ethically. This practice urges us to make mindful choices, considering not only our needs and desires, but also the broader impact of our decisions. Stoicism emphasizes temperance, the virtue of moderation, in managing our lives and resources. Practicing conscious consumption embodies this principle by ensuring that our habits contribute positively to our well-being and the world around us. This habit involves reflecting on our real needs before making decisions to consume or buy, asking ourselves whether our choices are necessary and beneficial or driven by external pressures and fleeting desires. Conscious consumption extends beyond purchases to areas like food, technology, and even media. By choosing products that are ethically sourced, environmentally friendly, and truly needed, we support sustainability and fairness in the marketplace. Consider the common decision to upgrade a smartphone. In a world where new models are released yearly, the temptation to buy the latest version can be strong. But conscious consumption prompts us to question this impulse. Do we really need a new phone? Or are we swayed by advertising? Could our money be better spent elsewhere? Or could we extend the life of our current device through repairs? This everyday scenario is a practical application of Stoic principles, urging reasoned, responsible actions over impulsive, wasteful ones. Embracing conscious consumption also ties into the Stoic idea of enough. Stoicism teaches that contentment comes from within, not from material possessions. By focusing on what genuinely satisfies our needs rather than always seeking more, we can find greater fulfillment and peace. Conscious consumption is transformative. It aligns with Stoicism's pursuit of a virtuous, meaningful life by helping us make choices that reflect our values. Through this practice, we contribute to a more sustainable world while cultivating personal virtues like self-control and wisdom. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic habits, let's reflect on the transformative journey we've undertaken together. Stoicism, with its deep teachings on resilience, mindfulness, and virtue, offers more than a philosophy. It provides a practical roadmap to a more intentional life. By integrating Stoic practices into our routines, we cultivate serenity, strengthen our character, and deepen our appreciation for the world. The habits we've discussed are not just activities. They are steps towards embodying the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with nature and reason. Each practice forges a path toward thriving amidst life's challenges, fostering contentment rooted in internal peace rather than external circumstances. Stoicism reminds us that the essence of a good life isn't found in fleeting pleasures or material success, but in the cultivation of virtue and the exercise of reason. It teaches us that every day is an opportunity to put philosophy into action, whether by starting the day with a calm, focused mind, reflecting thoughtfully on our experiences, appreciating what we have, preparing mentally for life's uncertainties, or making mindful choices aligned with our values. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, but progress. It's about striving each day to align your actions with your principles, becoming a little wiser, a little more composed, and a little freer from uncontrolled emotions. This journey of transformation is ongoing, a path we walk every day, with each step taking us closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. Thank you for joining us at Everyday Stoic Lessons. If you found today's insights valuable, consider watching the next video on your screen to continue exploring the profound wisdom of Stoicism. Together, let's cultivate a life of purpose and peace.